Most of us, even though we are born in the Hindu Dharma, do not know the exact meaning of the word dharma. And it is roughly translated in the mind as religion. Is it a fact? Most of you understand what? I am a Hindu. Means my religion is what? What? Hindu. That means dharma is what? Religion. You understood that. You've done this. Is it true or not? You say my religion is what? Hindu. So that means what? Hindu dharma. So dharma is translated as what? Religion. Check out your dictionaries when you go back home. You know, sometimes it's dangerous these days to say check out. Immediately they have their mobile, they Google cut. You know? Anything you say, immediate, and you get an answer sometimes, no, straight away. Go home and do it, okay? You can come back and tell me tomorrow, that's fine. The dictionary, the translation of dharma, nowhere is it given as religion. Even though in the dictionary itself, dharma is not translated as religion, all of us mentally translate it as what? Religion. Now, what is dharma? Let's understand first. Then we'll try to understand whether it's a style or a lifestyle. So what is dharma? In Sanskrit, it goes, Sanskrit is a beautiful language. You open the word and the meaning jumps out of it. Dharyate iti dharmaha. That which supports, which holds, which integrates, which unites, which is the very essence of a thing is called dharma. What is dharma? The binding force, the supporting force, the essence, without which a thing is not a thing. That thing is not a thing. For example, the dharma of fire is heat. You take out heat, there is nothing called fire. Okay. The essence of a thing. The thing because of which the thing is that thing. That is called what? The dharma of a thing. But dharma, when you're not referring to a thing, is that which supports the entire universe. Integrates the entire universe. Without which the universe is not the universe. It would not exist at all. That is called dharma. Okay, when you say dharma of fire, then it is heat. But when we say the dharma of the world, it means what? That without which the world wouldn't exist. The very essence, the very sum and substance of the entire universe is called dharma. And for all of you with all the background that you have, what is that? Come on, you've studied enough. What is the essence of the whole world? The very substratum without which the world cannot exist. Dharma? No. What is that dharma? What? You want to give it a name? Brahman, God, truth, etc., etc. These are the words used, yes? So, what is dharma? God. Simple language. Satchidananda, Brahman. You can make big words also. It's a simple word. In philosophy, it's called truth. In religion, it's called God. That is the essence and sub and substract. So, what is Sanatan Dharma? What is Hindu Dharma? The knowledge of the supreme truth. The truth that gives support to the entire world. That is called Sanatan Dharma. Okay, Hindu Dharma. Okay, I'm going to focus on 3 questions during my talk as well. I'll add this in my talk. Number 1 question is, are you a Hindu by birth? Can I have an answer to that one? No, I'm asking about you. Are you a Hindu by birth? Some people are doubtful because they're not opening their mouth. You can say no also. I have no problem with that. Are you a Hindu by birth? Okay. No is fine. I've noted where the no's come from. Don't worry. Are you a Hindu by belief? What are Hindu beliefs? Swamiji, you know. you know. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are they? And third question. Are you a Hindu by practice? Answer. Lucas, you see the volume of yes? Interesting. The first was yes. Second was yes. Third was. Okay. Why do I say Hindu and I say Dharma? Are they related? No? See, whatever the answer, that's okay, because here we have to clear our doubts and say, yes, is Hindu and Dharma related or not related? No? Yes. See? Now you know the reason why I'm having this talk. Now, so Dharma is the substratum of the whole universe, the connecting, the uniting factor, the essence. Okay? Now, Dharma talks about the truth, the supreme truth, and how that supreme truth becomes this whole world, the laws that govern the universe that comes from the supreme truth, the three factors in this universe which you and I are connected to, if I have to say. One is I, the experiencer of the world. The second is this whole universe that I experience. And third, the creator of these two. So three factors. So Dharma gives us the relationship, the absolute and the relative relationship between Jiva, Jagata, and Ishvara. Jiva, the individual experiencer of the world. Jagat, the world that I experience. And the essence of these two, the connecting factor or the creator of the two, whatever way you want to see it. So when you talk of Dharma, you talk of what? Okay. Because if you talk only about the essence of the whole world and not talk of the world which it supports, then that's not complete knowledge. Then what is the religion? How is this substratum and the world related to each other? Where do we come in the picture? What is my role in this whole thing? So Dharma talks about all of this. So values of life are also Dharma. Duties are also Dharma. Spiritual practices are also Dharma. Relationships and integrating society is also Dharma. Living in harmony with creation is what? Dharma. Have you understood now how the word, that one word expands into all of this? Special powers to create greater standard of living or higher realms of existence is also Dharma. This is the meaning. But nowhere the word religion has come, okay? Now, this lingering thing about religion will always be there. That how come, we talk of religion and Dharma together. Now, I'll bring this. Religion. I don't want to use the word religion because then its origin and all will create a lot of this. So the Sanskrit word is called Sampradaya. What is it? Sampradaya. Don't translate Sampradaya as a religion, but translate it as a religious sect. S-E-C-T. Okay? Don't translate it as a religion. I'm leaving that word religion completely out of the picture because it has got too many connotations. To remove them will take 3 days. So we're not going to do that. So, what? A religious sect. is translated as sampradaya in Sanskrit. Sam plus pra plus daya is equal to sampradaya. Sam means well. Pra means clearly, prakrushta. And daya, da, to give. Dana word comes from them. Dana, charity, da. So sampradaya means what? That which is well and clearly given is called sampradaya. When these four factors come together, then it is called a sampradaya. Now what are those four factors? Number one, it must have been founded at a particular time in history. Sampradaya is what? That which is founded at a particular time in history. It has a beginning. Number two, one person or a group of people together would have founded it. If it's founded, then there'll be a founder. Yeah? Number three, it follows a particular book as its religious book. Number four, follows a particular code of conduct. These four factors come together, it's called what? Sampradaya. Now, let's analyze. Islam. First condition satisfied? Founded at a particular time in history? Yes? Give an answer instead of just nodding who. Muhammad, Paigambar, right? Prophet Muhammad, as he's called. Particular book, Quran. Particular code of conduct? Yes, very definite. You observe Ramzan, then you do namaz, isn't it? Within them they have sampradayas which will follow a particular code of conduct. And if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you are a Sunni or a Shia or whatever else. Right? Christianity. Yes? Christ didn't start Christianity. At least 100 years after Christ, maybe more, much more, I think, Constantine was the one who made it into a church, and Christianity as this. Then, and particular code of conduct. If you're a Roman Catholic, then there's baptism and, all those other things. Okay. Sikhism. Guru Nanak did not found it. The 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, founded Sikhism. Okay, please. Okay. See, we don't know. This is very common, all this. Then, Guru Granth Sahib and particular code of conduct? Very much. Now, please tell me for Hindu. Come on. You're all Hindus. You said no, you were born Hindus, all of you? Fine. When was it founded? Very easy answer. Is it I don't know? Or is it? Come on. No book. What code of conduct? Come on, tell me. No code of conduct or many code of conduct or any code of conduct? I think right now it's become like that, any code of conduct. Is it like that if you go to the temple, then and then alone are you a Hindu? No, you may never go to the temple all your life, but you could still be a Hindu. No. Do you understand that? Now you have called what? Sikhism as a religion, Islam as a religion, what? Christianity as a religion, and now what do we normally do? Hindu also? Have you understood this? Is it a sampradaya? Is it a religious sect?